The first thing I'm going to ask you to do with these Unsplash images is to amplify your favorite quotes. School appropriate. Find an image that resonates. The essence of these words and the posture of this individual, the way her face is hidden, her head's tilted down, the decision that has to be made here. This resonates, or so it seems to me. Eye of the beholder. Everyone's different. But I searched for alone because I thought, man, I can't remember where I found that image. And this is a flaw in that I used to keep track and I had folders and, years go by and what happened? Where'd it go? So I've used this one too and several others down the road. I'm going to snag this one because I know this image, I got problems with the exposure. I mean, this to me has issues. And I mean, it's a tough photograph. You're standing in dark. It's all lit from the other side. So it's real hard to pull out detail. And everything's kind of gray. It's not really black. We'll talk about histograms and where images fall along that grayscale. But I want to snag this. And remember, we're going to be working for, if I switch over to the Finder and hide this, we're going to be working for desktop pictures. So we want wide, 16 wide, 9 tall, and your desktop monitor, 4096 by 2304. So 4096, that's huge. Can we really get an image that large? Well, we don't always have to succeed in the exact size, but we want to get as close as possible. So we come up to download, don't click download, click on this downward facing arrow and go for the original size, and look at that. 5184 by 34. We have something that's large enough for us to use. So we click on original size. This download, see right here, it's downloading. It's dropping into your downloads folder. And it says say thanks. This is what I did in the past, and I put these notes probably in a text edit file. I have hundreds and hundreds of these. So I clicked this, and you saw it said copy to clipboard, and when I click on it, it says copied. Okay, little green check mark was there. And this information with these two links are going to show up. So I'm going to dismiss that download down at the bottom, and I have that copied. So what I want to do is I'm going to head out to the mission. This is our Unsplash mission, and I have something on the clipboard, but if I paste it right here, I get this, but this won't always work. And I'm going to make Command Z because I want you to see how to do it so you have complete control and know where it goes. I want my image here, and I want my credit underneath it. So I'm just going to put a letter there to hold that space. Then I'm going to switch from the Visual tab to the Text tab because I want you to see this. You want to learn about HTML. I'm not asking you to write HTML. I'm asking you to read it just a little bit to see what's going on. And if I hit Command V, whoa. Oh, Command N. I wasn't looking at the keyboard. I was looking up here. I pasted that. I don't know what this is. I'm going to hit delete a few times and get back up to the end of that line. So all of this junk is that. Okay? So what I want here is to get back over here, and I want you to see what's going on. And is this important, Scott? Is this really important? Yeah, because this crap shows up here with all kinds of tracking information on the web. And you need to know what's important, what the link really is. Because if you want to share a link with someone, you copy all that tracking information. You just throw in a tracker on your friend that you're sharing this with. So let's get rid of this tracking information. And notice how it says photo by, and then it's got this less than sign. These brackets contain the href, which is a link, and it equals, and then the quote sign. The link ends with a quote. right before this question mark. Now everything from that question mark through all of this over here until you reach this end of the quote can go away. That is the link. Same here. That's the closing of the link. And then on, and we're saying on Unsplash, and then it's photos alone, and then it's got the UTM source and all that. So before the question mark, we want to get, this is the search that we went through, and we just want this to go to Unsplash. So let's take this back to that question mark, but we don't really want the search. We just want unsplash.com. The S is for search. We don't need that because all I want to credit is Unsplash. I want to credit the artist, and we're going to the artist page, and Unsplash. And then I want one more thing. So here, still in the text tab, I'm going to click after that A, hit the space, and then hold down Shift and hit the pipe. And the pipe, if you look at your keyboard, look down at Control. There's a Control on the left side of the keyboard, and then a Control on the right side over beyond the space bar. And above it is Shift, Return, and then there's a slash, and then a vertical line. That pipe is how you put in a new link. And the link I want is for the image itself. This is to the artist page right here. I want to go to this image, and now I can come out to the visual, and I've got this pipe, and I've got this image that probably should be capitalized. And then I want to throw a link on here to the page where this image resides. So this image, if I go ahead and close this, get out of the light box, and then click right here, this is the page right here. That's how you know what page this came from. Then I can copy that, come back over here, and I've got the image highlighted, and then remember, you always toggle the toolbar so you got everything sitting here. I'm just going to click on the link and paste the URL right there and apply it. Now, when I save this, because I'm going to ask you to do at least 3 of these, so really when you come back over here, you can come here, hit this, and type image again, because we're going to replace this. This isn't a link. This is where I want to put the image. And come back to visual so you can see it. Save our draft. And then we're going to save that image for the web and then put a version of it here. So in our Unsplash, completely unmodified but saved small at 1080 or so, or 1920 or so. And I'll show you how to do that in the next video. But that's what we want. We want our image here, and then we have a link to the photographer, Unsplash, and the page the image came from. That provides breadcrumbs that you can use the rest of the year. Is it a little bit of extra work right now? And it seems like, Scotchko, that was way too much. How am I ever going to practice? Practice, practice. And if the link doesn't work, well, leave that page open. It's in your browser history. It's in history. You can go back and find it. And try again until you get it down and you can clean up all the extra tracking goop in the URLs, and you have a little bit of knowledge about HTML, and you have breadcrumbs that lead back. Now let's just save out a copy of this image, and then we can work on it later, and we know how to find our image, unlike Scotchko in the past who didn't have these breadcrumbs. But now every time we use Unsplash, there's a way to save it.